Hey everybody, and welcome to the February 27th edition, 2024 of the Fed News, your fake figure wrestling news. So let's begin. The Ultimate World War III Battle Royal has been announced as an indie event. There will be 60 Ultimates chosen at random from non-contracted, the Ultimate brand. In other news, of course, signed with Psychosis, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde, who made their debuts this week. In talks still are Mankind, Mitch, Johnny, a few others, but I will not release the names until next week of those. Just so you know, too, that AAA has merged into the NWA due to smaller roster after recent departures of the Spirit Squad and others to come along in the future. So this week we had a show. This is after the pay-per-view, of course, the aftermath of that pay-per-view. Buddy Murphy, the Great Muta, and Val Venis defeated Simon System by pinfall. Batista said he cost Triple H because he wants to face him tonight. Triple H would decline later on in another segment. William Regal versus Macho Man Randy Savage ended a double countout. Triple H, Roddy Piper, and Charlotte Hair, however, was announced to face Batista, Bill Goldberg, and Bret Hart for the main event. Charlie Haas defeated Steve Blackman by pinfall. EC3 defeats LA Knight by pinfall. Triple H, however, comes out and says he will not compete tonight. Instead, offers a debuting substitute tonight. So the main event was changed as Batista, Bill Goldberg, Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper, Sean O'Hare, and Ryan Sakota into a double DQ. Triple H would interfere afterwards and hit both Piper and Batista with sledgehammers, granting Batista a one-on-one match at the next pay-per-view, and also beating up Roddy Piper after Piper made the fact that he was not man enough to help team up in the main event. Over on Rising Up, though, the Singh brothers and Iron Sheik got a victory as they defeated Demolition and Brian Pillman by pinfall after Pillman made a mistake, costing Demolition. The Nasty Boys would defeat Brainbusters, and in the main event saw David Otunga defeat Gangrel by pinfall. AEW held a pay-per-view this week as Fyter Fest took place as Dustin Rhodes defeated Powerhouse Hobbs by pinfall. The Best Friends would defeat the Elite by pinfall. Adam Page defeats Ricky Starks by pinfall. Wardlow would defeat Sami Zayn by pinfall. MJF would defeat Miro by pinfall, winning the TNT Championship. Jurassic Express defeats FTR by submission, winning the tag titles. Samoa Joe would defeat Brody King by submission, win the AEW International Championship. This is after Jon Moxley refused to defend the title and no-showed a few events leading to his departure from AEW. Main event would see Malachi Black defeat CM Punk by pinfall. This came about when the referee was distracted by Brody King and a hooded figure debuted, unknown who it was, costing CM Punk his title. Over to IWGP this week as Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde defeated Trevor Murdoch and Chris Masters by pinfall in their debut. A video was shown for Psychosis making his debut next week, and Chris Harris and Steve Corino defeated Tony Mamaluke and Vito by pinfall. Ethan Page would defeat Mike Knox by pinfall. The main event would see Bill DeMott defeat Luther Reigns by pinfall. Mark Jindrak, the world champion, not present at this show. NXT also had its pay-per-view. The first one as NXT Roadblock took place. This would, of course, crown all the new champions. Damian Priest defeated Big E, Omos, and Carmelo Hayes by pinfall to win the NXT United Kingdom Championship. Alpha Academy would defeat MSK by pinfall to win the tag team titles. Kushida would defeat Santos Escobar by submission to win the Cruiserweight title. Braun Breaker defeats R-Truth, Braun Strowman, and Sheamus by pinfall to win the North American title. And Ricochet would upset Vader in a David vs. Goliath main event to win the NXT Championship. Impact held a show this week as well as No Way Jose and Kalisto ended in a time limit draw of only 10 minutes. Pete Dunne defeats Santino Marella by pinfall. Kyle O'Reilly defeats Keith Lee by pinfall. And the main event would see Wade Barrett defeat Tenside by pinfall. No champions were present at this show. Over to Ring of Honor, though, as Eddie Kingston defeated Danhausen by pinfall. Butcher and Blade defeated Brody Lee, who debuted after being traded over when Bryan Danielson left, and John Silver by pinfall. The main event would see Shawn Spears defeat Brian Cage by pinfall. Lance Archer nowhere to be seen on the show as well. Nothing in the UWF this week. However, TNA held a show as Jesse defeated Sean Daivari. Matt Morgan made quick work of Ivan Putski. In the main event would see Motor City Machine Guns defeat Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Nothing in the NWA this week, nor OROH. The World Wrestling Council continues to have no shows, although there is a supercard showing up in the very near future. GCW also had no show. That's all for this week. Check back again next week for the results of the World War III Ultimate Battle Royal, as well as the progression with the Ultimate storyline and all the other shows that take place. Till next time.